farmers, welcome back to Gnadenthal. Now, our big field, yes, very big field indeed, does need a little bit of attention. So obviously we've got the new field, 37, that's going to be needing a bit of lime on it. And then obviously the strips in between, that's going to need a bit of lime as well. And then obviously we need to cultivate and then fully fertilise it. I'm not sure how much of this we're going to get done today, because that's a lot, let's put it that way. Although I have got a ton of lime at the farm, which is all right indeed. And then it goes on to the cultivating side, because I've got a really small cultivator and that's a very big field. So I'm thinking of switching it up a little, but I will need to get a more powerful tractor, because the one I've got is not powerful enough. Not for the cultivator I'm looking to get anyway. So we're going to get the liming done first, and then I'm going to take a little trip up to the shop. So actually, saying that, I mean, I can put this goat milk in before we get going. I mean, the little production shenanigans. I've got me salad, me lettuce that's being sold off. The popcorn's being sold off nicely as well. Although to be fair, let's have a little look at that before we get going. So the popcorn, oh, there's still 60-odd thousand litres in there. That's right, that can continue chugging along whilst we're out in the field then. So let's get this lime situation sorted first. So that's all the lime done. That took a lot more than I expected, to be fair. Yeah, two full load, well, 2.5 full loads plus what we already had on the farm. That's a lot of lime, but we've got all the fields ready to go from a lime perspective anyway. So the next thing to do is going to be to get cultivating. Now, my cultivator is not the biggest, shall we say, and we've got a giant field, let's face it. So I need to nip back up the shop and make some improvements, some bigger improvements. Right, let's go up to the shop then. Right, so it's time to say goodbye to the old JCB. So we'll sell that, because what are we going to get for that? 106 grand. All right, that's not bad, I suppose. I mean, it needed a lot of maintenance anyway. It's probably doing us a favour. So what about the cultivator? Where was it? Not that one. Where's my cultivator? A bit further down the list. Oh, I've got too much stuff. Right, okay, so no, that's not. There we are. Right, so that's our cultivator. So we're gonna sell that 4 grand. Not gonna make that much of a dent, but all right. Now I'm thinking of going for this one, in particular, the 420 horsepower version. It cost me 288 grand. Yeah, we'll give that a go. All right. And then I'm also going to need a bigger cultivator. So I was thinking of going for this one. 14.3 meters. Only requires 400. See, it only requires. It was a lot more than my JCB, which is why we've gone for the old voucher. It has taken quite a bit of change out of the bank, but at least we can now make some decent progress with our field. We'll see how we get on. Now there is a random stump in the middle of the field, so I'm going to go and hook up the old tree devourer to the front of this as well. We'll pick that one up as soon as we come across it, because let's face it, it's a little tree stump in the master field. It's going to take us a while to find that on its own, so we'll do it as we're going through the fields. Let's see how quickly we can get this giant field cultivated. this field, this one great big field is it's bigger than I'd imagined. It's now just gone 5:45. I mean, I was late getting in last night. If I'm late getting in 2 nights in a row, I'm definitely going to be sleeping on the sofa. So I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Because if you take a look at the map, it's yeah, I didn't realise how big a field this was. So we've not even done half of it yet, and it's taken most of the day, which is a little bit of an issue. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here for today. We're going to carry on with it tomorrow. I haven't found that stump yet though, which is a little bit alarming, because there was definitely one that was there when we was doing the field work that I missed. But alright, well, I'll imagine we're going to pick it up at some point. I'm assuming the cultivator's going to get hooked up on it. But dear, oh dear, I think with this field I've created a monster.